Hello and welcome to Tea Time with me, Dr. Casey. Today I'm here with my friend and colleague, Dr. Michelle Yusupov. Hi, Dr. Michelle.
Hi, Kathleen. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Yeah. So Dr. Michelle and I, we were roommates in med school for part of med school. And so we're going to start talking about tea, but we had a whole tea drawer that was just
Oh, yeah.
excellent. I really loved our tea drawer.
It was so
So
diverse.
what's that?
It was so diverse.
It was. We had like a whole herbal selection, a little apothecary of teas.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's talk about tea, and then we'll talk with Dr. Michelle about some of her wonderful insights and herbal wisdom.
Sounds good.
Okay, so the tea that we're going to talk about, awesome. The tea that we're going to talk about is red raspberry leaf tea. And this was one of our like MVP teas when we had our tea drawer. We had it right up in the front and center to use. So red raspberry leaf tea, it's specifically red raspberry leaf tea. It's not like raspberry leaf or raspberry, it's the red raspberry leaf. And so what it's really great for is helping with the menstrual cycle. It can help to tonify the uterus and also improve menstrual flow. It can also be helpful for some people during pregnancy because it can kind of strengthen the uterine muscle to help with contractions, and it can also help reduce hemorrhaging. But because it can also increase the menstrual flow, you do want to be careful with it during pregnancy too, and you should really only use it with under the care of someone who's knowledgeable about herbs and knows about red raspberry, just to be extra careful. And then after pregnancy, it can actually help with lactation as well. It can increase the milk supply. So that's another benefit with it. Red raspberry tea, because of the tannins in it, tannins have an astringent quality. So they kind of bind things, tighten things up. So if you have like bleeding ulcers in your mouth or a little bit of bleeding gums, potentially red raspberry with the tannins in it could help to kind of tighten those up so that it reduces the bleeding. And that's how it can help with reducing the hemorrhaging potentially as well. The red raspberry leaf. Did you want to say something, Dr. Michelle?
Oh, I'm listening.
Okay. The red raspberry leaf also, it has a lot of nutrients in it, a lot of vitamins and minerals. So it gives a lot of nutrients to the body in a gentle way. You know, it's a tea, but it can also be soothing and anti-inflammatory. It can help to kind of calm down the skin if you have some irritation. It can also help with a sore throat. And it can actually help with eye redness and irritation. So if you have like a tea bag that's cooled, you could put that over your eye and it can help with some of that irritation potentially. For some people, it can also help reduce diarrhea. So that's kind of the basics on red raspberry leaf tea. It's just really wonderful. I don't know if you can see in my teacup, but it has kind of like a darker brown quality. I don't think you can see. I don't want to spill the tea.
Trying to not.
But actually, if you do make a cup of red raspberry leaf tea, one important thing when you're making it is to let it steep for about 10 or 15 minutes to really get all of the good stuff out of the tea, out of that dried leaf that you want. But when it's steeping, also cover it with a plate to keep the aromatics in. The aromatics can also give us a lot of health benefits, especially with some of our herbal teas like red raspberry leaf. So cover your teacup. This is just a cute little teacup from my grandma, but cover your tea when you're steeping it, and that'll give you even more benefits. So red raspberry leaf. Is there anything you'd like to add, Dr. Michelle?
I just remember when we, as Dr. Kathleen told you guys that we had a tea drawer and red raspberry leaf tea was main and center. And I just remember you had taught me how to steep my teas because, I just like put the tea bag in there and, let it go. But when you put the plate over and cover the cup, it really, really does make a difference. It makes the experience more enjoyable. It's definitely it helps it gives you that soothing, relaxing effect when you drink your tea. And it really definitely helped with menstrual cramps as well, which I had suffered with very badly with, especially during with all the stress in med school. So definitely it was something that I had used maybe a couple of days before the onset of the menses, just to prepare my body for it. But it definitely really helped. So I didn't know about all of the other benefits. You reminded me back in botanical medicine class. So I'm really, yeah, it's really an amazing tea.
Yeah. Yay, red raspberry leaf. And it also, just to mention, it doesn't really taste like raspberries. It's
Mhm.
like it's not really sweet, but it's not really like earthy, or I don't really know how I would describe it. It's kind of just like a gentle, not super strong taste, but it's like a full taste, maybe a little bit florally.
Yeah, I
Um,
would say floral more.
yeah,
I really enjoy it. I don't put anything in it. I don't think it needs anything. I think it's perfect the way it is.
yeah,
Um,
me too.
yeah. Red
Aw,
raspberry tea for the win.
woohoo. Cheers. All right, so Dr. Michelle practices in Long Island,
Hmm.
and she, again, she's a naturopathic doctor. She's also finishing up acupuncture studies, so she's going to have that dual, or a lot broader perspective, I should say, which adds so much richness and depth to the medicine. And she has also recently, well, not recently, but you've been working a long time really developing a wonderful botanical product to support skin health. And I'm so excited for you. Would you like to share kind of what it's about and who it's for?
Yes, I would love to. Do you have the bottle with you?
I do.
Yay. Just a little visual for the people. So that's your new best green friend, Erbie. Erbie, yeah, you can open it. You can see that it probably has it is an alcohol-based solution. So um, it is geared towards drying pimples out. But its main ingredients like calendula, burdock root, Oregon grape root, those are just some of the really powerful but gentle herbs that we've added into our formula to help really, prevent outbreaks from occurring. And when outbreaks do occur, to help them, go through the process faster. Um, and it has another function as a toner. So, in addition to those powerful and gentle herbs, we still have some moisturizing oils because we didn't want it to be too drying. So, we ended up adding sea buckthorn oil and calendula oil just to give it more of a moisturizing effect. So, it doesn't dry you out too much, but you could use it as a toner. um so how I use it, I just use it daily as a toner, once or twice a day, excuse me. And if I see a pimple coming out, I take a Q-tip and I hold it on to the blemish for about 30 seconds, and you can do that up to 3 times a day on the same pimple, and it the next day really greatly reduces it or even eliminates it. It's an
Awesome.
amazing product, and it helps promote elasticity. It helps increase collagen production. It helps reduce wrinkles, fine lines, and it helps really prepare your face for application of moisturizers as well as makeup.
Mm. And I love just looking at
Yeah,
the ingredients on here. It's all like plants really. Well, water is the first, and we're mostly made up of water, so that's just great. And then it's like
right.
calendula is the first thing, and that's just so moisturizing and nutritive. And then it's just all plants really, very clean. There's
Yeah.
no fillers or anything like that in here. It's really awesome. And this
There's a
bottle
little
is
bit of salicylic acid. Thank you. Yeah, there is a little bit of salicylic acid. And there's a little bit of history behind the bottle as well. We wanted to make sure to provide a quality packaging for our customers as well as the earth. first and foremost, we wanted to make sure that the product didn't come in plastic. Because it is an alcohol-based solution, we didn't want it to leach out any plastic or harmful materials, such as endocrine disruptors. So we definitely put that into our consideration when developing the bottle. And then because we wanted to make sure the contents within the bottle was preserved, we decided to go with the frosted amber bottle, so that it, if it was in direct sunlight or anything like that, it's still preserved. Now,
Mm-hmm.
because it is a natural product, and calendula is the second ingredient, so it's the bulk of the ingredients, it does have a yellowish tint to it. So when you put it on a cotton swab or a Q-tip or anything like that, it's totally normal to see that residue even on the bottle, on the tip, or anything like that.
Hmm.
It doesn't stain your face at all. It comes on clear. But just to let you know, like, people sometimes are like, oh, it has a funny smell, or oh, it looks funny, but it's just because it's such a natural, clean product.
Yeah, and you're not putting anything in to mask that, which is great. And I
No,
really
yeah.
like the bottle a lot. It's
Thank you.
so sweet. Yeah.
Thank you so
And
much.
on you mentioned the endocrine disruptors, that's such a big issue with a lot of beauty care, skincare, even products, because what we put on our skin, we absorb. The skin is our largest organ, and we readily absorb oftentimes what we put on it. So, just the awareness of that is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted, my father is the co-founder of this product with me, and we wanted to provide a healthier product for especially acne outbreaks and things of that nature. It doesn't, it doesn't care whether you're male or female, and it's one of the diseases that has the broadest age range. So the ages of people who are suffering with acne are anywhere from 12 to 40, and both men and women suffer with it. And sometimes people, they go to the local pharmacy and big, store brands, and they buy whatever they see on the shelf because of what it says, but they're not reading the ingredients. And so we wanted to provide a safer product, a safer alternative for people who are suffering with acne. And of course, acne is, there are a lot of people, with hormonal issues, and whether it's allergic reactions or whatever the case is, um it's important to remember that, there is no magic product. So this works especially well when you combine it with a healthier lifestyle, healthier dietary choices,
Mhm.
healthier lifestyle choices. And when you combine both, you really see a significant difference.
Mhm. There's so many aspects to skin health, right?
Very, very broad, it's a very broad topic.
Do you use this every day?
Pretty much, yeah, every single day. If I do feel like it's, but nowadays, now that we're getting into spring and summer, I will be using it much more often. But in the winter, I only use it about once a day. But
Mhm.
then it's really great, especially like if you're outside. I tend to sweat a little bit more than usual. No, I'm just kidding. But it's really great to make sure you're cleaning your face. It gives you that extra, like, that clean feeling, ready to clean out your pores, and make sure it helps you minimize your pores, and it gets all that gunk and dirt out of there. When you use it, even if you like fall asleep with the clean face and you wake up in the morning and you use erbie, you will see how much buildup of stuff you have on your face. So it's really great to, I love it. It absolutely, I don't feel right without it. If I see that the bottle is low, I'm like, oh my God, I need to refill. It's like become a staple in our household. And
Aw,
my whole family uses erbie.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. It's like your friend, your little friend.
Your new best green friend.
Yeah. And you can recycle the bottle, but I think I will be using it as like a little vase or something.
Oh, cute. And yeah, and the package that it comes in is an all recyclable material. It's made from all recyclable material. You can recycle everything.
Mhm.
Um, and it's cruelty free, no animal testing, environmentally friendly, and women owned. Go women.
Awesome. And made in New York, right?
Brooklyn, New York, correct. Excuse me.
Awesome.
So it's been a long time coming. Of course, a lot of ups and downs with starting a company, starting a brand.
Mhm.
But we're making our way out there, getting our name out there. We're included in some local pharmacies,
Awesome.
selling them, and some estheticians have them in their spas because they just absolutely love it for post extractions.
Mhm.
If somebody has extractions to be done, whether it's whiteheads, blackheads, this is just great to apply right after.
Nice, very nice. Is there anything that I'm sure there's so many things, but any like thing that pops to mind right now about founding and developing, creating Erbie, anything kind of like lesson wise that you might leave us with today?
Yes. The biggest lesson I'd say with developing and, you know, trying to get Erbie out there would have to be patience. I'm a naturally impatient person, but you go through a lot of ups and downs because not just once you think you got something down, then another issue arises or whatnot. Maybe people aren't ready for your product, maybe the timing isn't right. But if you stay consistent and you work hard and you really believe in what your message is, what your purpose is, and you do something for it every single day, you it'll there's no other answer but success.
Mhm.
So I think Erbie is successful right now. I know it is, and I know it will be even more. You just have to have the confidence and the patience to and the hard work, the work ethic to put behind it. And even though you know it may not be overnight, as long as you make a difference in one person's life and one person's skin, help them feel better in their own skin, then I feel super accomplished and successful.
Beautiful. I
Yeah,
love it.
thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you for sharing about Erbie, and I'm so excited for you. And yeah, you're doing amazing things. And I'm going to share the website for Erbie below and also your website below. So if
Thank
anyone
you.
wants to reach out and also check out Erbie more, definitely the link will be
I
below.
would appreciate that. And maybe we could give your followers a little discount.
Oh, all right.
Give you a
That
little
sounds
bit of,
nice.
I could give you a link for them to, yeah, and definitely I would appreciate that. Let's get the word out there for Erbie. It's toxic free, it's cruelty free, and it's safe to use every day and for any age.
Mm,
Well, not below 12, but um yeah, but
yeah.
I'm really happy to have been here with you, and thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Aw, thank you. Thanks for being here, and cheers to you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Michelle.
And
Yes.
by the way, Dr. Kathleen is one of the best in the game. Uh, yeah, so she taught me a lot about teas and a lot about being thankful and grateful and practicing mindfulness.
Aw, thank you, Dr. Michelle. That's beautiful. I'm grateful for you. Thank you. Aw,
Tea time.
tea time.